I'm going to string a few of these together because I want you to see how corrupt our government is now. A strangely timed DEA raid, whistleblower claims, and other red flags raise new questions about Hunter Biden and his family affairs. Now listen to this. 2 months after the FBI subpoenaed the laptop Hunter Biden had abandoned at the Delaware computer repair shop, the DEA searched the office of Hunter's one-time psychiatrist, Keith Ablow, and seized a second laptop Hunter had left with him. The timing of the DEA raid and the fact that criminal charges were never filed against Ablow, coupled with the whistleblower's claims that the FBI buried evidence against Hunter Biden, raises questions of whether the search was a pretext just to recover Hunter's laptop and protect the Biden family. So Ablow had lost his license the year before on a drug thing. He had written an improper prescription or something. And so a year before they do the investigation, he loses his license. A year later, when he's not allowed to write prescriptions or anything, the DEA comes in. The DEA comes in, bust open all of his files and everything else, and take the laptop from him. Now, why would you take the Hunter Biden laptop? Why would you? Well, the Drug Enforcement Agency? What does that have to do with anything? So they took the laptop, left, and then never said anything to Ablow again. The Hunter Biden laptop was then returned to Hunter Biden. Now, in a Weekend article titled "Some Hunter Biden Allies Making Plans to Go After His Accusers," the Washington Post reported that Hunter Biden and his closest advisors are plotting an offensive for when Republicans assume control of the House. The strategy sessions were to fight an expected onslaught of investigations by House Republicans. It was happening at the home of Hunter Biden's friend and lawyer, Kevin Morris. If you remember who Kevin Morris is, he is he's famous for being the lawyer to the stars. He is the attorney for the co-creators of South Park. He also gained, the only reason why I know him is because he footed the Hunter Biden overdue taxes totaling $2 million and just said, I don't have anything to do with Hunter. I just like him. And I just think this is wrong. Really? You don't want to kick in on my taxes?
Really nice.
Really nice.
Nice perk if you can find a friend like that.
Now, David Brock, also a liberal activist. David Brock. Who's David Brock, Stu?
Oh, David Brock. He was the guy who started Media Matters, I believe.
Oh, Media Matters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big Clinton associate. I will say that Hillary Clinton also said that she started Media Matters, so I guess they worked together to do it. Yeah.
Along with George Soros.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so Morris and David Brock joined a strategy session at the lawyer's house. Biden called into the meeting. The Washington Post reports that Morris suggested it was crucial for Hunter Biden's camp to be more aggressive. The defamation lawsuits the team could pursue against the Sun's critics, including Fox News, Eric Trump, Rudy Giuliani, outlined extensive research on two potential witnesses against Hunter Biden, a spurned business partner, Tony Bobulinski, and computer repairman named John Paul Mac Isaac. So they're going to go after the computer repairman. They feel there's a whole counter narrative missing because of the whole Hunter hater narrative that is out there, said Brock. So they've got a SWAT team now, according to Brock, to ensure the media and public do not accept the false narratives that flows from congressional investigations. So David Brock started Media Matters. He started a new group, Facts First. And it's engaging Hunter Biden and those in his immediate circle. They're going to be reviewing research that Morris has conducted on Biden's adversaries. So it's a smear campaign. According to the Washington Post, they are focused on whether the data claimed to be recovered from the laptop, Hunter Biden's laptop, that he abandoned at the computer repair store was improperly obtained and distributed. with Hunter and his allies suggesting that the materials released on that laptop didn't originate from that laptop. Instead, the information may have been improperly taken from a laptop Hunter left with Abloh, who the Post says is close to Republican activist Roger Stone. And the Post reported that Morris has been overseeing forensic analysis of the laptop to determine if it was the basis of the hard drives. So what they're alleging is he left this one at his psychiatrist's place. Abloh has said, I tried to get him to pick it up for over a year. He wouldn't pick it up. So he had it locked away in a safe. And now they're saying, oh, we're looking at this laptop because we think that's the source of all of the material. The biggest problem with this is that there are authentic videos and other material that is unique. So we know some of the stuff that is on the Delaware hard drive, the one everybody knows about, has authenticated things that are unique on that laptop. So where did those come from? Because it's not a clone. It's not a clone. So what is happening here, and this is the important part, is February 2020, the raid on Hunter's one-time psychiatrist, Keith Abloh, received only a passing mention at the time with local outlets that the DEA claimed the execution of the search warrant was part of an ongoing investigation. But they didn't reveal any investigation. All of the charges against Abloh had already been dealt with a year before. So the question is, did the DEA, 9 months after Abloh was punished for everything, did they actually go to get the laptop and use this as cover? By the way, the DEA only executed the search warrant after the FBI issued a grand jury subpoena in 2019 to get the first Hunter Biden laptop. So that seems a little odd. Now, here's something else that's a little odd. Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, Gary Gensler, he took off all information about a meeting with Hillary Clinton and a meeting with George Soros from his calendar. In his private calendar, it shows a meeting with Clinton on August 20th, 2021. His public calendar lists a meeting with Soros, but hid the meeting's agenda. The private calendar shows that it was about a Wall Street Journal op-ed that Soros was going to make. The meeting with Clinton also happened, but it didn't include, his calendar didn't include the meeting, and somebody had to file a FOIA. They tried to hide it. They finally had to release the calendar, and it shows that he has met with Nancy Pelosi, also a consultant, former White House official, and they've updated, but they won't say what these things were. The worst one that I can see so far is Soros. Why is he trying to hide all of these things? Second, the Soros thing, on his personal calendar, it says regarding upcoming Wall Street Journal op-ed. So that op-ed, Soros blasted BlackRock for launching investment products for Chinese customers, while he said, but by the way, this ESG thing is absolutely great. Then in the op-ed, he said Congress should pass legislation and give the already powerful SEC more regulatory authority. The SEC is the one that is gunking up the works on just about anything. The energy policies, all of this coming from the SEC, banking, they are all powerful as it is. Did they meet, make some sort of deal, And the payoff was Soros writing the op-ed demanding that we have even more regulation. Another story that is odd, the Sam Bankman-Fried. He's finally been arrested. And everybody's like, oh, yay, he's been arrested. He was arrested in the Bahamas. Marks the beginning of a new chapter in the FTX saga. Really? So they confirmed the charges against Bankman-Fried to include wire fraud conspiracy, securities fraud conspiracy, and money laundering. Wow. So now they're just trying to get him out of the Bahamas to the Southern District of New York. Oh, well, if the SEC and the federal government are now getting him to the Southern District of New York, well, we can count on that just being a done deal. Now, let me just point out, in a very unfortunate development, today was the day that he was supposed to testify publicly under oath to Congress. And the Democrats are very upset that they didn't have a chance to question him. They're very, very upset. We wanted to question him. But now SEC gets involved. SEC, that's the guy that was just talking about the George Soros? Huh. Anyway, the SEC gets involved, and now he's under arrest, and so he can no longer testify publicly in front of Congress. That's weird, isn't it? Twitter apparently shadow banned political candidates under the old ownership. Musk came out yesterday afternoon with, what was it, number 5? Twitter number 5.
Twitter files, yep.
Yeah, where they, argued back and forth about whether they should get rid of Trump. They finally came down to the idea that, yes, Trump is probably a Nazi. He's akin to Hitler, and we have to take action. There's also one of the guys who was the head of the ethics committee or whatever. Looks like he might be a groomer. Might be somebody. I mean, they're hiding now his dissertation from college, but it was all about kids should have access to sex toys, and kids should have access to their own bodies, and maybe we should start looking at kids as sexual beings. Oh, he was the guy. Huh. And they were letting child porn through in Twitter. That's weird.
The Glenn Beck Program.
Will anything happen? We'll see.